So let's check this out. This is a clip from Anton Daniels.
My friend, and he said the reason why men are not marrying women like they used to is because there are no wives left. I said, "What are you talking about? There's 100 millions and billions of women. Pick one." He said, "No, yeah, there's women and there's hoes out here, but there are no wives left." I was like, "Well," he's like, "You guys don't want to be wives. You guys want the title of a wife, but you do not want to be wives." I will further explain by what he meant by that, but do you guys agree?
I will say this: get your passports. Get your passports. Don't say that there's no wives in this world because you haven't experienced the world. Now, the Western world, I believe that a lot of women are not wives because they don't understand what it means. They don't get that there's duties when it comes to being a wife. They understand the duties when it comes to a husband. They understand what his duties are, right? They understand what his purpose are. They understand, what comes with being a husband. They understand that, but they don't understand what comes with being a wife.
Absolutely. Hey, Dylan, I need you to be quiet, Sadie. You can't talk. Jim. Whoa.
Ron B first. Ron B, go ahead.
I didn't hear anything. I'm sorry. Somebody left.
Reason why marriage is declining. Are there no wives left?
They were speaking wife. You couldn't hear.
I feel like
Where y'all? Ron B, go first. Y'all, we gotta do one mic because y'all watching each other all out.
I feel like she's telling the truth. Like, it ain't a lot of women out here left. Like, the ones that's married are married. There's a lot of women that think they're supposed to be married and they don't bring shit to the table. They always talk about what you need to do for me, what I need, everything, just everything. Like, I feel like she's telling the truth.
Okay, just 30
I'm sure Charleston White had the perfect video that would fit so perfect into this. And we wonder why there's no women or wifeable women, but a lot of that has to do with men. I'm gonna quote him. Charleston White was like, "We get our women, we don't treat them good, we cheat on them, we don't do stuff for them, we complain about them, we do X, Y, and Z." And then you wondering why we got a whole lot of quote unquote hoes and stuff out here because y'all are literally like they're literally becoming y'all. And he was basically saying that some women are competition to that man, and that we're really just exhibiting the same behavior that's being bled into us. So if y'all want more wives, the men have to work toward being better men, better leaders, faithful.
That is stupid. If Charleston White said that, that was stupid. That's one of the things I disagree with him. And I agree with a lot of things that man says. But I would disagree with him in that because here's the thing. The men that are complaining about wives, that there's no wives, are not in the situation where they're treating women terribly. That they're cheating on women. Those aren't the men that do that. Because the men that do that, the Pookies, they don't give a shit. They have plenty of baby mamas. They have a roster of women. They have women to, they don't care to get married. Because if they cared to get married, they wouldn't have a bunch of baby mamas. If they cared about long-term relationships, they wouldn't care about having a roster, participating in hookup culture. So no, that is wrong. And why it still the root is women. It's who you choose. Women have the power of choice, not men. Okay, men only get from they only can. The men's option is only from what they can get. Women's option is from all the men that try to get with them, and that's usually a lot. So no, men. It's like this is the insanity. So women get tainted by the Pookies, and then complain to the good men that all the Pookies have damaged you, and that's why you, as good men, can't find wives. So no, that don't make sense. That don't make sense.
For men about something, men about purpose, and then you will. It's crazy that a lot of men talk about it's not about a lot of wives with women. Whole time, sir, you're not even a husband. You don't even exhibit husband qualities. Nothing about you.
How would you know?
Yeah, you can say so I got to find that particular clip that Charleston White did talk about a similar topic to this, but I think he was head on with it.
Hey, Jess, when men try to get you better, y'all don't listen. Like I said before, stop wearing wigs, no. Stop wearing lashes, no. Cook better, no. Like, men actually want you to get better, man.
If y'all want to get around,
Just 1 second. Men are begging y'all to close your legs. All men in sound are saying, please don't get run through, and you guys know what to do. Y'all legally ignore us. So if you ignore everything we say, why are we putting the blame on men when I tell you do this shit and you say no because my body, my choice, I can do it all by myself? Like, it's your fault. You want to.
But I think it was
good, Patty.
In my opinion, I think it starts when we're kids. Like, I think that we're not technically raised to be wives. I think women, when we're little girls, we're taught to what a guy should do.
Yeah, guess what? Who's raising you? Bunch of single mothers. A bunch of single mothers. This is why I've said this countless times before. Why I am against the baby mama, single mother culture. This is why I'm against it. Who's raising the next generation? A bunch of single mothers. Not wives, okay? Not women that are married. No. Not women that are really in relationships with their, the men that they gave children to. No, just a bunch of single mothers. So, yeah, no duh. No duh. They don't know how to raise wives because they never were. So, yes, I get it. But you're not breaking the cycle. That's the problem. A lot of these women are not breaking the cycle. I hate this before, right? I have a baby mom. It is what it is. I should have, and it's my fault. It's my fault. I should have seen the red flags. Her grandmom is a single mother. Her mom is a single mother. I should have seen that red flag as, you know what? I probably shouldn't be having kids with this woman. Because, women do repeat shit. They do. So I should have saw that red flag. I blame myself, but women tend to not break the cycle.
For us, and what a guy should do for you and treat us like a princess and do this and find a man who's going to treat you like a queen and a wife, but we're not taught to what we need to do for men in order to become wives. I don't think a lot of women are teaching their daughters how to become wives.
Their mamas weren't wives. A lot of them not wives.
Exactly.
Their mamas weren't wives.
And if we're being honest, like, I'll speak for myself, like, I wasn't taught that growing up. And not that my mom was a horrible mom. She was a single mom, and she didn't teach me what I should do for a man or what would require me to be a wife one day. She didn't teach me that. And my mom...
Essentially, women don't care what you do for a man. Women do not care what you do for a man. Women are selfish. They only teach you what a man can do for you. That is it. That is the worst type of teaching. Absolute selfish mindset. Yeah, we need to get rid of that.
I'm past when I was 18, so I'm navigating through life pretty much by myself, learning as I go. So I've had to do that, and the older that I've gotten, I realized that men are very simple. Men are not like us. We require way more than dudes do. And it's like, once I kind of started realizing, I'm going to be honest, I was single for a very long time, but once I realized that it was not that hard to actually get a great guy, not just a guy, but a great guy. So it's like, if I have a child, I want to teach my daughter certain things when she's young, because I feel like that matters. Like, a father can teach a girl certain things, but I think it's the mother's duty to teach their daughter what they need to present themselves as trying to be a wife one day. That's
Is it right in husband or is it marriage values? I think we get so warped up in the gender aspects of wife and husband, we don't introduce the prospects and the importance of marriage and that locked in foundation, and where the teaching of the young girls about the importance of marriage and family, those type of values are already included. And
You can't be a wife without a marriage. So I don't know what she's trying to talk about.
vice versa for men. So men make wives, right? Women can't just marry themselves. And you want to give men the incentive on why they should be seeking marriage and wanting to have wives. So I think it kind of goes both ways. You have to introduce the importance of marriage and family in the first place, and those things will kind of fall through. Otherwise,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Thank you. So look, as a married man, right? I'm married. I've had a girlfriend at the same time. As a guy who wants multiple wives, right? Like everything I do is out and open in public, right? That's what I mean when I say I'm that nigga. That's why I'm not going back and forth with a nigga like that. He's so goddamn stupid.
Do you share? Do you sit on the corner and watch?
Here's the thing. Like, legitimately, as a young man who is looking for, I'm old, I'm not young. As a man who is looking for multiple, it's like you go out in the place and you're like, bro, a lot of these women are combative, they're argumentative, they don't cook, they're not complimentary. You know what I'm saying? They're competitive. And to me, I don't even have a problem with a masculine woman. Like, to me, when a woman is successful in corporate and she's getting her money, I applaud her, because that means that you're not a loser. You know what I'm saying? It means that you've been able to accomplish some shit. Now, most men don't know how to then take that woman and like get her to calm the fuck down and be like, hey baby, like I know you're like that in the workplace, but when you with me, when you with daddy, calm that shit down. I got enough masculinity for the both of us.
You can't turn it off. Like the problem is they don't listen.
Why do you have to make a woman turn it down? I swear, why do men have to handle women? Why do men have to handle women? It's always, you know what? Fine, great that he's married and he has a bunch of side chicks, and his wife is fine with it. It shows you how women are. It shows you how women are. For the right man, for the right man, women will bend over backwards for him. Women would do whatever he wants. So it is what it is.
Like they wear hair on top of their hair. They listen. They put no that no. They listen to that. I'm telling you, they just don't listen. They got eyebrows on their eyebrows, bro. They don't know what the fuck they got going on. But then I tell you, they want leadership, and then they like, shut the fuck up. It's 7 good women in this planet, bro. They scattered all over like fucking Dragon Balls, because you got to find them. You got to think, bro. When you just like, bro, the game's so fucked up right now. I had to tell my wife. I said, bro, if we ever divorce, I'm just gonna reapply as your boyfriend and work our way back up, because these hoes are trash. They don't listen. You tell them you won't listen. You don't listen.
Like, we want the idea of marriage.
Like,
the duty to be married. A lot of women don't want to abide by the duty of marriage. It's like, it sounds good, but marriage is a duty, and it's also a business. So it's like there's a leader in the household when you're married, and nowadays women are the leader in their own household. So stepping into a relationship and trying to get married, they don't know how to shift that power to the man. They still feel like they are in power, and it's not easy, but that's
because they are. You know what? This is the thing, right? Let me just say one thing real quick. Because they are. And hey, I'm not trying to make this personal. I love y'all. But the fact that Dalen was saying that these women are not ready to get married, and then I click on your IG and his titties popping, ass popping, bending on bars, and all that.
Why? So that's a lie. I can never say what I don't have.
Wait. Are you sure about that? Are you really sure about that? I just want to make sure about it.
I've been told all my life, David, you have a pancake, not a pound cake, and I think I just started to repeat that maybe people.
I'll give you another chance to rebuttal. Are you sure about that?
If I have any ass,
No, like your
If you
features.
butt naked on your
Like
Instagram,
you have features banded on fours with ass and titties popping out. You are on the strip club on a stripper pole doing
at
some crazy.
the strip club, I had a pole dancing class and also a yoga aerial arts class. And yes, pole dancing.
But that's great. Like no. But you see what I'm saying? This is like I can give it even the bare minimum. A married woman shouldn't be.
No, because if I was a pole dance instructor, or if I
So
could,
now that you have a husband and you're not the pole dancer instructor anymore, why not delete the
you don't have a husband. You got a trick.
I think if my man was to propose to me now and he said, you know what, I don't think I want you to be a pole dance instructor because of so much of the politics are.
How are you going to be promoted if you don't stop doing it?
What
If I'm one second. If no, let me ask you a question. If I'm your boyfriend and I'm seeing all these pictures you posting like a single woman, why would I promote you? Why are you waiting for me to propose for you to delete it? Shouldn't you delete it right now?
Because that's your perception. Because you see, I'm not dating the master. I'm not dating the panel. You see, I live in real life. I don't live in virtual reality. There's a difference between pole dancing class and actually being a stripper. Now, if I was a stripper and he was like, hey, I don't think I can be with you because you're a stripper, then that's understandable. But there's a difference between having fun and posting that fun online because he knows who I am and what I am.
No. I know he knows who you are, right? And that's totally fine. That's totally fine. You are not dating me, like you said, right? But if you are like, how are you out of the market? How are you yourself out of the market when you have pictures like this?
Because nothing is showing. Like that's an awkward.
Are you serious?
We are away from the topic, Fatty. Let's stick on topic.
That's great.
No, put the picture back so everybody can see my leg.
Man, don't get married. No. This is why the marriage is declining. There's no wives left.
I admit that is thanks to social media. A lot of women don't understand that. A lot of men won't take women seriously. A lot of men don't view women as wifey material thanks to social media. Now, it don't mean that men will not want to be in a relationship with you or men don't want to date you. Men will be fine with that. Men just don't see that they will take the risk, the risk of signing that contract, because the what you show on social media, yeah, he could be fine with that. He can have no opinion as a boyfriend, but as your husband, he's gonna have he's gonna draw a line in the sand. And he probably knows that a person like that would even do that would be combative if he draws a line in the sand. So this is why a lot of men will be fine with having women as girlfriends, dating women like these, but wifing them up, they see no reason.
Let me finish. And
Let's get your white qualities, Fatty.
One second. And this is light. What I'm saying is that look at the prompt. Reason why marriage are declining, no wives left. Because even women that are married or want to be married are posting like hoes, are talking like hoes, are walking like hoes, and they are saying, why don't I get a husband? The husband that you get that respects this type of shit is a husband that nobody respects. Respectfully. So if you got it,
if you complain, I don't need to complain because I know when I come out of the house, when I leave the house, when I come back, that the lights are on, the bills are paid, the food is in the fridge, I'm getting my cheeks clapped, I'm fine.
You found the sucker, yes.
You can't talk about the quantity, you gotta talk about the quality. You're just taking on the habits of what black women do. When you start talking, you revert to insults and start talking about
insults.
Well,
No,
don't cut me off because you've been talking a lot.
You are right. I apologize, Queen.
And that's fine. I don't mind being the bad guy. I got to be skin, otherwise I'm going to keep coming back. But you see, my relationship thrives off the reality of what we live in. And the pictures and the videos that I have is not deemed as disrespectful to my relationship. But if you want to use it as an example, by all means, for women that complain, I don't complain about it. I
admit. It's for the women that complain. I don't I don't care how women want to live. I don't. If women want to be single, cool. If women want to, have fun and ride the D carousel, have rosters, have situationships, cool. I go about it when you complain. When you say where's the good man at? Why don't men want to marry anymore? Why don't men want to approach all this stuff? That when you complain, that's when I talk about it. That's when I like accountability, hypocrisy, delusion. Those are when I step in and say something. If she's not complaining, oh, why is he not marrying me? Why can't I get married? Okay, then you have a right to say some shit. If she's like, I'm happy like this, okay, cool. There's nothing to say. But it still doesn't change the fact that women like this is why men have viewpoints that, you know what? There are not really women that are wifey material out there.
We're in discussions of marriage. We're talking to our preachers and pastors, so I don't need to be concerned about any of that.
Did your preacher and pastor told you that these uncuts for a woman that wants to be married to have pictures on the pole and smoking her ass and showing her knees? Like, did he told you that?
God has forgiven me.
Oh, hey, let me just say this to you guys.
Hallelujah.
Shout out
In my heart.
Dalen.
God is a forgiving God.
Hey, Dalen, let me just say this, and then I will be quiet for the rest of the show. Shout out to my OG rec.
That is true. A lot of people will convert to Muslim and Baptist and all of that when they're tired of being not rewarded for their whole activities. I don't have whole activities, but if you want
Amen, sister. Amen.
But I don't have to run to a religion or anything like that.
That's great.
Well, let me just go ahead and address the topic, reason why marriage is declining. No why. Okay, so I like what Brittany was saying earlier, and I do want to just add a little bit to it. When it comes to women and the decline in marriage and the high divorce rates, I'm not sure if there's anybody out there that's heard this before, but Elijah Muhammad has said before, 75% of the work is with the woman. So when it comes down to fixing our communities, when it comes down to teaching our families, when it comes down to, getting the men where they need to be, because women are complaining a lot about like how men aren't where they need to be, men aren't this, they aren't that, and they need to do this, they need to do that. The women are the ones that are supposed to initiate the change. We are the ones that need to initiate the change within ourselves in order for everyone else and everything else to come back into order and to balance. We are the key to the change. We are that switch that switches everything from off to on. So when the men see the women being more modest, being more chaste, being more pleasant or loving and compassionate, being more forgiving, it makes the man want to do better, way better than what they've been doing. And it makes them want to change within themselves. And I've witnessed this day and day. I've witnessed this with my friends, my family, different things. Every time the woman decides to change themselves and they stop focusing on what men are doing or the lack thereof, the men automatically tune in within themselves and like, oh shit, I need to go do this. Oh man, let me do something nice for him. Let me show the appreciation. Let me do this, let me do that. And even when it comes down to like how we haven't learned coming up, Sister Shahrazad Ali would always talk about the differences in between the different households and the different kinds of mothers that would raise their children. And there was a particular mother that I resonated with a lot, was the mother that would
go behind her husband back. I got the book.
Yeah. See, she was talking about whenever the mom would say, to the daughter, like, oh, wait until your dad is gone.
Yeah, or teaching your daughter.
correct, go against and rebel against the father's word or what the father's instruction is. And I kind of resonated with that because it's like my mom would always tell me, like, if my dad told me I couldn't have cookies, or wait till daddy wait till daddy, does this. Or if I wanted to go somewhere and I would call my dad and then my dad would be like, no. And it's like, oh, well, we'll just wait. And I've witnessed it even with my other friends. So it's like, there's different versions of mothers that different people dealt with. So only a slight few have dealt with the mothers that were truly submissive and truly respected the husband. And a lot of us didn't receive that. So now we have to go back and relearn all of this stuff. But in the midst of this, we're like, oh, it's the man's fault. It's this man. It's the man. It's the man. When truly it's all about what we want to create for ourselves now. Like, we're a lot of pioneers. We have to pioneer our way through all of this. So if we want to stop it, we have to change something. And the only thing you can change is yourself. You can't change nobody else.
I like what she was talking about. How the toxicity of mothers. This is a thing where one of the most important thing for a father is to instill fear and respect into a child. The fear and respect of authority into a child, where a child will fear the authoritative nature of said adults, right? Fathers, police officers, whatever. People with authority. You will give respect for orders or respect, whatever. You respect. This is how you develop, where you will respect your husband. You will respect an elder. You will respect a father. You will respect someone with authority. But women will sometimes circumvent it and try to teach children, in particular daughters, how to not respect authority, not respect the father, not respect a husband.
I actually bought that book for my man, like probably the first year we were dating, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes. I actually bought that for him. Yeah. But I've always said, like when I was in my 20s, I don't remember who said it. It was someone in my circle at the time, but they said, and it was a guy, and he said if women would learn to sit down, men. Please
like the show, guys. Helps me out. So if you guys could, that would be helpful.
Learn to step up. And at the time, I wasn't really taking that in, but as I got older, I realized what he was saying. And over the years, I've realized that women has gotten a little worse with the wannabe, out in the street type women and you're this and that. It's just like, at the end of the day, women, if we learn to sit down and stop trying to do too much, then men will probably step up and be the type of men that we want. And it's really, honestly, I think it's really that simple, but we make it harder on ourselves, honestly. I think it's really that simple, but we just don't want to accept it.
Hey, 2K, can you send a copy to Jess and the Dalen? So they need that book. Y'all need that book. That's
this.
I'll send them a copy.
And Dalen, but you are failing to realize there's only one married woman.
Baby, this not what
I'm sorry, Miss Maya. I don't know if you're married or not, but Maya is the only one married. So give that smoke to Q, because she got a husband.
Oh, shit, Q cooking, you know shit.
She was still fine.
I just think that you back in that book. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
You can have that same energy for Fatty. You can have that same energy for 2K, but now you want to come for me and Dalen?
I'm married.
You got these people calling you a whole homosexual and say you gay, but you gonna come for me and Dalen? Keep that same energy, miss. Now, because this is what you wanted, right? I'm fulfilling what you wanted, right?
No, what you
keep
doing?
That energy for the men. Just keep the same energy for the men, or you a sus.
She about to cry.
How are you proving anything besides proving their point when you are triggered? when you're in your emotions, when you show that you are the example of what he's talking about, how you're not wifey material, how no man you wants to wife you up. You're literally showing it. Why men are saying women nowadays are combative, disagreeable, argumentative, hostile, emotional, mentally unstable. You're literally showing it. You're showing men why there's a shortage of women that are wifey material. It's like, where's the feminine nature? Where's the ladylike? Take the criticism, understanding, like, you know what? Maybe it's right that you don't have a husband. If you want one, maybe there's a reasoning. So maybe there is room for improvement. This is the thing where women don't understand. Don't women constantly say that, they self-improve a lot? Well, this is the option for you to self-improve. But no, you get triggered. Like, oh, you're insulting me. Well, then you easily take it like that.
She about to cry, baby. I don't know what feelings. I'm so sorry. I hurt your feelings.
So now I'm about to cry.
You look at me about to cry.
Okay, I let you get your rocks off this whole life. Keep the same energy for 2K. Keep the same energy for
Okay,
Paris.
send her that book.
If you're better enough for me, I'll make her release.
Anybody who reads this book will benefit. It's like Black Woman, but it's really all women.
Okay, say the title again because people are wanting to know.
The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. I guarantee you, take the colors off. This shit will go with any culture, anything, bro. This is a good ass book, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
That's interesting. I didn't know there was a book like that.
great book.
It really is. It's nothing to like, take away from you or nothing like that. It's nothing to like degrade our women or nothing. It's just to give men an understanding of how we were brought up, like with different kinds of mothers and different types of households and stuff like that. And it's just breaking down the dynamics. So you can even understand a bit more of yourself and how you were affected in certain situations, it's not our fault. We had no control over that. So it's like, it's nothing to take personal or nothing like that. It's just to know, like, these are the different perspectives and these are the different type of scenarios that we've had to deal with. And it's giving you, input on how to change and be better for our communities.
And somebody I say the woman say, why would a woman need this book? Like, you understand the shit that you do. Like, it's so programmed in you. You won't understand it till you see it from a woman point of view telling you about it. It's a good book. I'm telling you, 10 out of 10, bro.
Yeah. And the problem with this conversation is because y'all thinking like these women care about communities and care. They don't give a fuck about nothing other than themselves. Like, straight up. Most women, not all, of course, a woman will describe you a leader to the T, and then when she breaks up with that man, will say he was not the leader. Like, they know what the leader is, but they always speak wrong for whatever reason. They never pick the wrong guy. The thing is simple. We having the cow for free. If I can suck on your titty, why should I buy that shit? I can come with my glass and I can put some motherfucking milk. I don't have to buy the cow. And the problem, like this, the biggest problem. Y'all keep praying for a classic man, a man of yesteryear, the man on the 60s, on the 70s that was a rough man and it was responsible and traditional and took care of family. Y'all are worse than our grandmas. Y'all don't know how to cook. Y'all don't know how to clean. Y'all take breaks from sex. Y'all take breaks from cooking. Y'all need a foreign trip every year. Y'all need to buy 50 pairs of shoes. Y'all need a Roomba, a microwave. Y'all suck. That's the reality. You are the most smart, powerful woman in the history of mankind, and for whatever reason, you are doing a worse job than your grandma. She didn't have electricity in her area. It's kind of fucked up, and it's kind of crazy that the only thing that you have to do with the man is looking out grandma, keep her family, and doing exactly the same shit. Y'all don't want families. When you choose to do families for yourself, it's not for the man, it's not for the kids, it's because it's on your checklist. And then when you get tired of that that shit, you go right back to the streets because that's where most of y'all belong.
No, okay, I agree. I don't always agree with this man because I hate it when he calls people queen. I mean, calls women queen. I don't know. I think it's ridiculous, but I agree. I agree with a lot of what he just said. Definitely. I don't know. I have nothing, nothing to add to that because this is, he pretty much said it where women know what good men are. Women know what good men are. Women know what good qualities are. Weirdly, women constantly pick men without good qualities. Women constantly pick terrible men. So at the end of the day, it's women. I've said this before where, in my personal opinion, when it comes to, I think pretty much any modern day problem, but particularly any relationship problems, the core is a woman. The problems we see in the dating market, problems we see in relationships, marriages, all that stuff, I honestly believe the core is a woman. That's how I see it. That's what I believe. But and you know what? I have a catalog, right? Catalog of videos upon videos of pretty much proving my point. So, what do you guys think?